What's up, Scorpios? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. I'm so happy to have all of you with me here today. Today we're going to do a fun general message for the month of June for all the Scorpios out there. So do keep in mind, as always, these are general messages. Not everything I say is going to resonate with all the viewers out there. And that's totally fine. Never feel like you need to force something to fit your circumstance or your scenario. Only take away messages for your best and highest good, and you will know what those are intuitively. Of course you will, Scorpio. You're a water sign. You're very intuitive. Do check out some of the other readings I posted specifically for the Scorpio gang. There's career and finances, there's one on love, there's one on the Scorpio full moon. They're all still relevant, they're all still posted. Check those out if you so desire. Other than that, everything you need to know about this reading will be in the description box below, okay? Including the decks I'm using, the social media channels, how to check your birth chart, check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus for additional messages for more clarity, and let's get started, okay? So for the month of June, what do we need to know for Scorpios? Messages for their best and highest good, please, for the Scorpios. Okay. What else? Does Scorpio need to know? Going into June, throughout June. So obviously rough timestamp on this is going to be a month, but as we all know, energy is ever flowing. There's no fixed stop or start date, so you know, we titled this a June reading, but whenever you're watching it, there's probably something you can gain out of this, okay? So bottom of the deck, you have the Star card for healing. I love this. I think Sagittarius got this too. It's a beautiful card. I could look at it all day. It's a card of Aquarius. So this card comes right after the Tower, which interestingly enough is your center spread, Scorpio, okay? So your center card, this is the present or the you card, if you will. So it's called the Wild Hunt, and it's just like these people are getting blown out of that tower. Like, it's not even that they're jumping from the side. It's like full-on like combustion in an action movie where it's like people are walking away from the car or the building that's about to explode, and that thing goes off and they're just propelled into chaos. Now, here's the thing. Usually the tower is a difficult energy. We all know this, right? It's complete and utter destruction. The tower gets burnt to a crisp so that you can rebuild. It removes things from your life that were ultimately toxic, right? It comes after the Devil card 15, that stuck, toxic, abusive, addictive, codependent, whatever it is that was in your life. The tower comes through to make room for better things and completely start from anew. I always say it's like it strips you naked so that you can choose a whole new wardrobe because you weren't, do you know what I mean? Like symbolically, that's a light way of putting it, but this could be because it is like a propulsion of forward movement, this tower may not be wholly bad or completely bad. I'm almost getting that, like, it's almost like the universe came in to press fast forward on your videotape so you could get somewhere faster than you were supposed to, because it's like, yeah, there was lag time in something, and it's like you needed to catch up to it, and you were so unaware of potentially an opportunity passing you by. Weirdly enough, I'm just getting the tower came through to, again, maybe remove something, but ultimately it was to propel you or push you forward into something that there's like a time factor here. Like you could have missed it if this thing hadn't have happened. So for those going through a difficult time, you know, we don't always see the light of day initially. That's what the Star is about. It comes right after the Tower. You're in the dark, but ultimately if you were to look up, there's light, there's guiding stars that are leading you to a more beautiful future. That's what this is. This, whatever you're being guided to, again, it's like you're being put on like a jet engine to get there. Very interesting. Let's clarify this for Scorpio. What is this Wild Hunt card about? Let's clarify that. Strength. Okay. So obviously using your own strength and determination to get through this situation. This is the card of Leo. So I'm getting two things here. This tower may have come through to either remove temptation from you. Again, that devil energy, if maybe you were in a toxic relationship and you just couldn't sever it, and so something happened where, I don't know, this person moved across the country, or I don't know, you know, this person got engaged to someone else. It's something about removing temptation from your life and projecting you forward to this other, it's coming off as temptation, but here's the thing. There's something about this idea was very like delicious and seductive, but you weren't going after it. I think you were standing watching, or you were intimidated by it. And there's something about, no, Scorpio, if you want this, like, you know, I've paid for the bus ticket. This is the universe speaking, right? I've paid for the bus ticket to get you to your destination. The action now is up to you. It's like I've placed you at the door of opportunity. You have the key in your hand. Are you going to open it? Are you going to knock? There's something about that. There's this desire, or again, just something really tasty and delicious that you want, and it's not food. It's not a Philly cheesesteak. It's some opportunity. I don't know if it could be with a Leo. It could be a job opportunity, and maybe your boss or your coworker is a Leo. This is the card of Leo. That's why I'm saying that. It could also be a potential romantic partner that you've been eyeing but have not fully. Again, it's like the universe didn't want you to miss out on this opportunity, whatever it is. There may have been some travel to get to it as well. Like, I don't know. This could have been something where this thing propelling you forward. Maybe you needed to go home, and I don't know. Maybe one of your parents is quite ill, and you're needing to attend to their health or whatever. And it's like the universe. You know, you have no choice but to go do it, but you don't see that there's actually some sort of situation there that is like, I want to say the silver lining. I mean, it's never good when a parent is sick, right? But there's something about what's going on there. There's a bigger picture, Scorpio, and I don't think you realize it. So just be alert, be aware. It's going to take strength to get through this kind of challenging, difficult time, but it's not for nothing. That's what's coming through here. That wanted to come out, so we'll take it. The sun. That's literally, right? There's sun, there's happiness, there's illumination. You're not there yet, I can tell, because, you know, you're still kind of in this healing, dark stage of like, there's maybe a little bit of hope. Maybe you're holding on to a shred of hope, right? After getting through a difficult situation or making it through. There are brighter days ahead. There's sunshine ahead, especially for those going back to potentially a childhood home or a situation with a parent dynamic. It could be something from your childhood comes to the surface, but again, it's good. It's good news. I don't know if, I don't know what it could be. I don't think it's like inheritance, because it doesn't feel like money to me. Again, it's something, it makes the sun shine brighter. Maybe you're connecting with an old friend from your childhood, or... I mean, this is not going to be for everyone, but maybe you find out you're pregnant, and if this toxic situation doesn't have to do with an ex, then obviously that would be very happy, right? If you're going through a difficult time, but you're in a committed relationship or whatever, right? I mean, everybody's circumstance is different. If you are looking to conceive with a partner, right, but you together are going through some trial or tribulation, there's a possibility that somebody could be pregnant here. And again, this would be positive news, right? This wouldn't be coming in for most of you as something that you weren't desiring. I'm getting that very strongly. And okay, so here what's so funny is when I pulled this tower, I was like, very infrequently do we say that tower moments are good energy. Now, it's all about your perspective, right? If you look at tower moments of, yes, wipe the slate clean, I need to start over, bring it at me, like that kind of thing. And some people do love the tower card, right? It's not a bad card, but it's a difficult energy when you're going through it. Because this idea of pregnancy is coming up, Scorpio, and again, it's not for all of you. I apologize if it's not, check next week. This propelling you forward, it may have had to do with the idea of receiving this news of a pregnancy. It doesn't have to be you. It could be someone in your family. But it's like the idea of getting this news that, oh my God, like there's a child inside of me. I'm going to be a mom. I'm going to be a dad. It gave you no choice but to leave the bullshit that maybe you still had in your life and to focus on better times. And I could even see this strength card of like, you need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of your body, because it's not only that you're, I want to say fighting for your life. That's a harsh way of putting it, but it's like you have two lives now that you're in charge of, Scorpio. Like, get it, tough love, I'm sorry, but it's like, get it together. you need to find your strength here, because something's coming in for you and it's beautiful, and like I'm getting like, you know, gift from God or whatever you believe in, right? I'm not a religious person, but gift from the universe, gift from God, gift from spirit, you know, gift from this beautiful partnership you may have, right? There is something here about children. Okay. Anyway, let's see. So in your past, you have the Holly King. So this is the card of the Hermit in this deck. Searching for inner spiritual guidance, self-growth, shining a light, essentially like on your interior to kind of look at the things that you want to change. Spiritual self-growth. It's frequently thought to be like, you know, a single card. It's not a journey metaphorically that you take with other people. There's a need to kind of step out from society and be the hermit, if you will. And seek spirituality, seek messages, higher messages, get in tune with your spirituality. Go down that sometimes difficult paths or hard roads, but knowing that by carrying your, whatever this is, I just completely lost the word. What is that, lantern? Yeah. By carrying your lantern, the light, the small light that you have available to you, it will light the way. But sometimes it is a dark path, right? Sometimes, but it gets you home, right? There's love waiting there for you, family potentially, right? Maybe some of you don't have a great relationship with your family and you're looking to mend that. So this is coming up in your past. And so maybe on that journey of seeking yourself, essentially, maybe there was a partnership there. Maybe you met somebody on the way. And I mean, we say hermit mode. It doesn't mean you're locking yourself away and not interacting with anybody. But it's more metaphoric, you know. You're not the life of the party. You're not going out, you know, painting the town red. There's a need to like press reset on your own buttons there. So that's being clarified by the Four of Swords, seeking a solid foundation, and the Five of Wands. Okay, so it's escalating. It's like you had some sort of steady foundation. Now, bear in mind, it's a 4, right? So it's not, actually, I was going off of the Four of Wands here. So this changes things. The Four of Swords is a card of rest. Sorry, I looked at that and I saw wands. I still stick by what I was saying, though. I think you did have a solid or steady foundation, but because it was only a 4, potentially it wasn't great. So some sort of conflict arose. You have the Five of Wands. This is like heated arguments, escalated tempers, too many cooks in the kitchen, too many opinions, and you know, you can tell there's some fiery energy there. You're Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, specifically the card of Leo. You have a couple Leo cards here. Yeah, okay. So the card of rest. While you're in hermit mode, again, there was a need to remove yourself from the group, from society, essentially, and again, seeking your soul, your spiritual answers. Yeah, the same phrases are coming to me, but it's I'm trying to get to like the heart of the matter here, but you get what I'm saying. Seeking your spiritual self, looking to rebuild and grow spiritually, like turn the page, a new path in life. So again, as I was saying, there was a removal from the group, and this could easily be a family dynamic. It could be at work. It could be with a partnership. I am sensing a group though, so not so much romantic partnership. I think that's what comes in. And again, this is potentially your past. Take only what resonates. Some sort of conflict arose, and I think it made you question the road that you were going down, Scorpio. The person you were dancing with, essentially, take what resonates. You weren't in step together. So this part speaks to a relationship. If you were saying goodbye to an old relationship, or there was an ex, or kind of someone who was kind of in and out of your life, you were trying to, I just see this as them dancing. You're trying to make this really smooth, like to work in unison with one another, but it's like the way you work or the way you see things is different. So it's never been this beautiful, you know, sweeping number over the dance floor. It's been kind of messy. Maybe there's been some words exchanged that were a little bit hostile. And it was interrupting this journey that you were supposed to take, this soul seeking. It's like this person may have come into your life just as you were on the cusp of doing this journey of self. And I think you were excited about it at first, right? I mean, they look like they're going at it, right? Maybe there was like some hot sex involved, right? I could totally see that with this card. But again, there's something that wasn't, it's a 5. It's an imbalanced number. It wasn't a 4. It wasn't a 6. And again, it was early stages potentially, but yeah, I'm just getting this dueling partnership. You wanted to work together in harmony, but there were challenges. And this could be with a work dynamic with the group. It could be with family. Very interesting. All right, so what's the challenger focus for Scorpio this month? We have the Page of Athame. So this is the Page of Swords. So this is sometimes the spy card, but ultimately it's someone seeking knowledge. Someone seeking more truth, more information. And the information, it may be difficult to see, right? It's at night. We're being guided by the moonlight. Same kind of with this lantern. The information lies ahead, but the path to it might be a little bit dark. Maybe dark as in difficult. Fear, anxiety may be creeping up for you to go down this path. But it could also just be that answers are not being illuminated to you yet. There's a reason why you're still in the dark, why the information is still kind of, I just want to say like helter-skelter. It's a little bit, yeah. It's something about there's greater wisdom to this path that you're on. I think it's fantastic that, you know, I think you are on this path of seeking inner truth, of really, again, holding a magnifying glass to yourself. I see you as almost desperately searching for answers. You want answers to things that perhaps in the past you didn't have answers to. You want clarity, you want closure. And I'm saying this because I'm focusing on this owl that's almost eclipsing the moon. The old wise owl, right? There's something greater at work here. I see this owl as again, like spirit or God or the universe or something greater. It's purposely not letting all the light in yet, the way he's eclipsing the moon. And I just see you down on your knees begging for, like, you know, give me clarity so I can move on. It's like you're desperately wanting this information. This is, you know, sword energy. So knowledge, data, statistics, analysis, the facts, the information, the reasons, the clarity. Air signs, right? So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Being clarified by the tower again. You have 2 towers, Scorpio. Okay, so I'm getting 2 things off this. How I was saying there's a reason why you haven't been illuminated to the ideas. This, you know, this old wise spirit, if you will, this owl is concealing the information for now. It either has to do with the fact that you haven't learned everything that you needed to learn from this tower moment that I think came through recently, potentially in the recent past, that you're looking to rebuild. It's like that action of you need to go for it, or I want to say like get your shit together, especially if some are having a baby. There's lighter times ahead, but this is a test of your faith to go through some sort of healing process. After the tower is the card of healing, right? We said the star. You're being pushed to, I'm just getting maximize on this time of self-reflection and healing that this tower moment brought in. Only when and you can't rush this, okay? So don't get frustrated, but only when you've learned the lessons that have needed to be learned from this tower moment that came, then the information that you need, that clarity, that closure, the information that, again, you're down on your hands and knees begging for the universe to tell me why this happened, tell me why this is, whatever it is for you, Scorpio, it will be revealed to you in time, because we know there's sun coming in. The moon and the sun, this dark energy, this lack of illumination, clarity, it's going to get brighter and it's going to get better. But you can't resist this tower moment, and there is something about the lessons about what this tower moment is. So that's coming up as your challenge or focus this month. As weird as it sounds, it's like focus on why this tower moment happened. And again, if the tower moment isn't necessarily a bad thing for you, again, if it propels you into this, it's almost like forcing maturity on you, potentially, if you maybe didn't have it together and again suddenly you're with child or something like that. it forced you to step up and be the parent because yours is in need of like medical care, right? It propels you forward. It's challenging energy because, you know, it's hard to look at those circumstances when you're in it and understand the lessons. It takes time. And so that's what it is. Focus on yourself, focus on your inner journey, and be open to learning new insights and information, but you can't force it. I think that's what this is. You're trying to speed up the process of healing and learning the lessons, and you just can't. If somebody's sick in bed with the flu, you can say, hey, get better. We got places to go. But it doesn't work like that. There's a need to be patient. It will all be illuminated in time, but do you see how there's an eye here? She's seeing he or she is seeing the tower for what it is. It may have knocked them off their throne, right? We have a crown here. It may have knocked you off your throne and really, shook you up. But again, there's something potentially that you're desiring in the future that I'm just getting at. It's like you were dropped on fate's door and it's up to you to open the key and knock. And potentially when you're at that situation where, again, whatever, it's going to be different for everyone. When you're in front of that opportunity that you've been thinking about or desiring, and you have that moment of, do I take the action or don't I? Whatever is behind that door, that may reveal some answers to you. It could be getting in a new relationship if you're trying to get over the past. And again, once you've healed, I can't stress that enough, right? Only once we are healed, once our own cuts and bruises have healed over and our soul and our spirit is ready to love again, that's a good time to seek partnership. If you still have wounds that you haven't nursed, that you haven't healed, those bloody wounds are going to bleed over into a lot of other relationships in your life, be it romantic or not. You don't want that, right, Scorpio? You wouldn't want that from a partner, right? You got to come in clean. You got to come in starting anew. And again, that's why the tower comes in, to break free of all that baggage, all that toxic energy, to propel you forward and to get out of it. It's so interesting because it's like there's a need for speed, like Top Gun. Something about this tower moment propels you forward fast so you wouldn't miss out on an opportunity. But then there's also this dynamic of, but don't rush it. You have to heal first. You have to go soul searching first before this knowledge is ready to come into you. Let's look at the help available to you. So the 7 of Athames, this is the 7 of Swords. All right, what can we get from this? So the 7 of Swords. I'm getting here, what I'm getting is more similar to like a 5 of Swords message. There's an idea to keep fighting the fight, to keep pushing forward, and to not be lingering on the past. The way the guy in the 5 of Swords is always looking back, that's sort of what he's doing here. But if you were to look ahead, you would see that it's like there's a really lovely, kind, nurturing person waiting up ahead for you. If you could just, again, like stepping to that door of opportunity, this is sort of what I'm saying. I don't want to say if you could hurry up and do it, because again, the timeline on you recuperating, Scorpio, is yours and yours alone. You cannot rush the healing process. But once you feel like you are ready to like get back in the game, whether that's, chase after your dreams of a new job, a new person, whatever, if you could just look ahead and see that it's right there, I want to say it's always been right in front of you. The universe has somehow delivered you to this door. It's up to you whether you want to knock and go inside or, I don't know, repair this relationship with this person. But you're focused on something, I want to say something nasty, something smelly. Like he's focused on this skunk, right? He's holding these like corroded rabbits that it's like symbolic. Like you've had to fight a lot of fights, Maybe this tower moment happened and you were desperate, and maybe you did some things you're not proud of out of desperation, because there is something about desperation here, about truth. potentially about balance. If you feel like, again, this came up in your career reading, if you feel like you were wronged in some way, rather than seeking, I want to say revenge, which is such a harsh word, but balancing of the scales, it's again, focus on you, Scorpio. The universe, spirit, karma will take care of everybody else. You just got to do you. Something about the changing of a season is important here too, as we're headed into June. Maybe things are going to get brighter in like the summertime. Can we clarify the seven of the themes for Scorpio? The Ace of Wands. Yeah, a passionate new start. Looking at what inspires you. This person who's been hunting in the woods for whatever, rabbit furs, or I don't know how much he enjoys that. Is it a labor of love or is it a labor of coincidence? He has to get by. This passionate new start could be looking into a career you've always dreamed of. It could absolutely be finding that soulmate that you deserve, someone who matches your vibration. This could, again, also be if you're having a child with someone, realizing the value of this relationship. And, you know, a passionate new start could be building a new life together. Wands are upward growth, right? Building a new life with your family, with your child. Rebuilding a difficult relationship in some sort of family dynamic that perhaps in the past has been quite damaging to you. The Seven of Swords in the traditional tarot is like the liar, cheater, thief card. I'm not really getting that here. I want to make sure I'm giving you all the messages. Okay, you know what it is? I think it's leaving that behind. How I was saying, if you felt like somebody did you wrong and there's a part of you that just, you want to know the truth of either why that happened to me or that getting even type mentality, nope, like burn that to a crisp. That is not the right headspace to be in. Again, it's leaving the past behind. You have the option to linger on the past. I was saying like the smelly, corroded stuff, the skunk, right? If there's a person in your life who's like a skunk, a snake, a rat, you could choose, oh my God, this is coming together, to hunt them, right? To, you know, metaphorically kill them, right? I mean, you could use your words to do something nasty. You could do your actions to retaliate, to get even, to put them on a skewer the way these rabbits have been. Or you could choose to acknowledge like, wow, that person is toxic. That person sucks. They are just not a good person, and choose to let them go free. It's like they're going to dig their own grave, right? This person, this all talking in metaphors. This skunk sprayed this guy, right? What's he going to do? Skin the skunk? What's that going to do? He's still going to smell like shit. He could choose to go home, right, and take a bath and be around the people who love him and, you know, who are going to take care of him and clean his clothes. And, you know, he or she, whatever, doesn't matter. There's a need to let go of the past and let go of the people, I think, who did you dirty, who cheated you, who did you wrong. And just, it sucks, but there's a need to just release and let go. I think that's why that Tower moment came through. If you haven't checked it out already, check out that career and finance reading, because if you're looking for career and finance, it wasn't so much to do with that. It had to do with past troubled relationships. But again, you have a lot of cards that are quite hopeful to me, specifically these. There's a passionate new start, especially if you're building a new family. Let go of the past. Let these people who did you wrong dig their own grave. Let karma, let the universe take care of them. It's not your job, Scorpio. Your job rests here in finding your ideal partnership, your ideal job that makes your heart sing, participating in activities that make you happy, taking care of yourself. And we were saying, taking care of your body, you have healing, right? Strength, gathering your own strength, your confidence, and realizing your power, taking your power back. Ooh, that's what this is. Taking your power back. If you felt like you were, again, we were saying in that other video, the roadkill on somebody else's journey, this is standing back up and being like, you know what? Like, I got this. I'm not going to let somebody else's actions dictate my future. Like, because I got bright things ahead, baby. Like, why risk having bad karma for some sort of like retaliation, or again, just not dropping the past? Like, let it go. Why risk that bad karma coming into you when you can look ahead, again, up at your bright star, which, by the way, gets a whole lot brighter in June, potentially, right? In the coming month. It's a passionate new start. It's a new beginning with the Ace of Wands, potentially with a fire sign. Aries, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have a couple cards of Leo here. It could be mending a relationship that didn't quite, you know, you were trying to dance with each other, but it never quite took off. It could be repairing that. So your advice or guidance? Scorpio, death. The death card, the transformation card. It's called the Lord of Shadows. I mean, this is everything we've been saying, right? Death, transformation, release. The Scorpio full moon that we just had a few weeks ago, it's what you need to release and let go of in order to make room for growth, for abundant opportunities in your life, for new love. What you need to put to bed, what you need to release into the wild. Release the burden of carrying it with you, Scorpio. That's what this soul-searching journey has been about for you. Like, the time has come for this drama, for this chaos to die, to transform. And it's hopeful, right? There's a butterfly. You've been in your chrysalis, your little cocoon, and you've been stubborn, Scorpio. I can feel it. There was something about this relationship. It meant a lot to you, or whatever this was, you didn't want to let go, and something has propelled you forward. And again, this is like that knocking at the door. It's like, I've made you a butterfly, Scorpio. You know, universe, God, whatever. I put you through this cocoon, this chrysalis, to make you a butterfly. I've propelled you into the world. You have a beautiful new life ahead of you, free from all this drama. Do you accept? Do you move forward down this path? Or do you stay up in this tree and deny the fact that you're a butterfly? Do you just stay there and be like, I can't do it. I've been through too much. My heart is broken. Brighter times ahead. I see the parent-child relationship, so this could be repairing old wounds from your childhood, or this could, again, be a new baby on the way. Building of a new family, a new career, whatever it is, you're leaving the dark behind. You're leaving the skunk. You're leaving the negative, toxic devil energy behind, and it's setting you free down this path. That is your advice or guidance. Transform. Again, how I was saying, you were propelled. The time is now, whether you realize it or not. And again, heal your wounds. Don't go into new relationships or new partnerships in the workplace, you know, coworkers with toxic energy that you're holding on to from the past. Heal your wounds. There's no rush on that. But when you're ready to, baby, like, the universe is handing it to you. There's new gifts in store for you. Yeah. Being clarified by the Magician. You've manifested this new beginning. You have all, and looking into the future, I also see it as this. You have all the tools in front of you, Scorpio. It's just whether or not you choose to pick them up and utilize them. How I was saying, taking back your power. Who's powerful? The Magician. Who's powerful? You are, baby, Scorpio. Using all these tools you have to create this perfect scenario of your dreams, of your future. It's going to take time, right? But all the tools are right there. You have to check in with your mind and make sure that your mind, your heart, your body, your soul, the spiritual journey, are they all on the same page? Do you want to heal? Do you want to attract beautiful new things into your life? If so, then manifest it. Put it out into the world, and the universe is going to deliver it right back to you. Scorpio. Thank you for bearing with me. I have a bit of a cold, so my voice and my nose are not great, but energetically I'm fine. I wanted to do this reading for you, Scorpios. What a great message. You got 2 towers. Scorpios, I know you've been through the ringer. Your last couple of readings have been quite sobering. So I'm sending a big hug out to all of you. I don't say that to sound patronizing. I have a Scorpio moon. I can relate to a little bit of this, but yeah, there's a need to release the past. The past is holding you back. So for an oracle card, ancestors. Interesting. Okay. I kind of love that. So with this, I mean, obviously we see the family dynamic come in instantly. So again, repairing old relationships, breaking yourself out of karmic cycles, perhaps, you know, if you're into kind of the, you know, the hippy dippy stuff, the idea that with every generation, there's a chance to break free from a karmic cycle that your family has had to carry the burden of. And it's like, You might be the one, Scorpio. You've had to shoulder a lot of weight and a lot of burdens. You might be the one to like break your family free from this karmic cycle of past mistakes, you know, bad blood within the family, with neighbors, with this or that. And I mean, it could be a love relationship, right? Depending on how you look at it. It's like, what would your ancestors want? Again, the bigger picture, your spirit guides that are looking out for you. If you know, you feel like you have angels or, again, ancestors, past loved ones looking out for you, guiding you down the right path, it's bringing you home. You have two cards of that. Two cards, it's like it's guiding you home to family. Family is really important here. Same with this. Whether it's creation of a new family, having a child, or I even see this as making peace with the past, and even if you have grudges or bad blood with loved ones who have passed, there's an idea of setting that free so that it's not burdening you and how you live your life, Scorpio. It's like letting them move on to a happier place and you energetically releasing that, transforming. You got your own card, right? I mean, that's huge here. Ancestors. I love that for you, Scorpio. All right, anyway, that's what I got for you this month. Happy June to all the Scorpios. You got this, guys. I believe in you, sending you so much love and support. Please do like, share, subscribe if this video resonated with you. I'd love to hear your comments. Other than that, I will see you mid-month for some more tarot readings. Bye, guys.